Hi, my name is Amy Kirkham, and I am a Marriage and Family Studies major at BYU-Idaho, and I am going to tell you about my internship with Davis Behavioral Health. So I was able to arrange my internship through my work, actually. I started off working at Davis Behavioral Health as a child care worker for their parenting classes that they offer. So I work in the prevention and education department. And when they had a position come open for a Strengthening Families program instructor, I applied for it. And after I got the job, I talked to my supervisor to see if I would be able to use my teaching experience for an internship. And she approved it and was excited and was able to find a lot of other responsibilities and tasks for me to do so that I could reach my internship hours. Some of my responsibilities was, of course, to teach the Strengthening Families program for parents and youth 10 to 14. I also taught the Catch My Breath vaping prevention program to junior high and high school students. I prepared some learning to breathe instructor kits for elementaries and junior highs. And then I also trained to teach a class called Everyday Strong. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about these programs real quick. So Strengthening Families is for parents who have youth ages 10 to 14. It's a 7-week course. They provide dinner and childcare for the families. And for the first hour, the youth and parents split up into different classes, and then they come together to do an activity together, do something fun together so that can help strengthen their relationship. We teach to parent using love and limits. It's an evidence-based program, and it's meant to help prevent teens from substance use. All right, so Catch My Breath, it's a youth vaping prevention program. We teach it in junior high and in high schools. So there's 4 lessons. So we take up 2 class periods. We do 2 lessons at a time. And we just teach them what vaping is, like what is inside of an e-cigarette, how it affects our bodies, and how it can affect other parts of our life. So we educate them so that they can make the wise choice to and choose not to vape. So the Everyday Strong class, I took it twice and I was able to train to teach it. It's a great class. It helps adults, caregivers, teachers learn how to best take care of a child and help them build resilience. Just by taking care of first their physical needs to make sure they are okay physically, and then to help them feel safe, build a connection with them so that they can be more confident, and that will help them thrive. The Learning to Breathe class that I took and helped prepare instructor boxes for is a really great class. They teach it mostly in elementaries and junior highs, but they do have a Learning to Breathe class for adults. So BREATHE is an acronym for body, reflections, emotions, attention, tenderness, healthy habits, and empowerment. And these classes are offered for free. I will show you what other classes will be offered a little bit later. So some of my other responsibilities are I got to observe some people teach some of these classes as well as take them. So the Learning to Breathe, Everyday Strong, emotion coaching, and social development strategy. I also got to attend some meetings put on by the Communities That Care Coalition that work with DBH, Davis Behavioral Health, and I got to help set things up and be part of the meeting. I was also asked to transcribe some opioid community readiness assessment interviews, which is basically just they're interviewing people in that specific community to see how much they already know about opioid use and misuse among youth under age 18, and to see what other information resources we can offer to them. And then I got to take a lot of the classes that DBH offers. So these are all the classes that they offer. They have workshops, they have parenting classes, and mindfulness classes. I was able to take all of them except for the Circle of Security Parenting, but I do plan on taking it in the future. It sounds like a great class. And these are all free except for the mindfulness-based stress reduction class. Um, but there is a grant if people want to take it and aren't able to afford it. These are all really great classes that they offer. So I benefited Davis Behavioral Health by helping them complete projects that needed to be done. I was able to help them get it done sooner than expected. So with the transcribing the interviews, like I mentioned, um, I was able to help with that so that they can score them this year or by this month. And then I helped prepare 105 Learning to Breathe kits for instructors who teach 6th and 8th graders. And that's like 35 students each, so that I got to help put together these kits for that many students, which is awesome. I also was able to fill a teaching position that they needed filled right away, and that's to teach Catch My Breath. And I've really enjoyed doing that, and it's been very helpful for them. I also, I mentioned earlier, I helped set up for some coalition meetings and be part of that. I've been trained to teach some other classes they offer so that I am able to help them in the future if they need instructors. And then one important thing is I helped my supervisor discover that they would really benefit from having more interns in the future. This is the first time that they've had interns in the prevention department. There's actually myself and another student, BYU-Idaho student, that got to be interns for them this semester, and they've really enjoyed it, and they plan on doing it more in the future. All right, so I benefited a lot from this experience. It's been a great internship. I learned a lot about what goes on and being able to offer classes to families, parents, and youth in the community. I learned how much DBH really wants to help the community. I was able to make a lot of connections with not just my supervisor, but other DBH employees that has opened potential opportunities for me in the future if I want to work full time. And then my experience has really strengthened my social and communication skills because I've had to talk to a lot of people. I've been teaching people. It's been great. And then another big thing is just I've loved what I've been learning, and I've just been more motivated to keep learning and helping the prevention and education department at DBH. So some important course connections. Number one is the parent education course that I took. The Strengthening Families program that I teach now was very, very similar to the Strengthening the Family class that we got to teach in parent education. And then the emotion coaching class that I took talked a lot about the same things that we taught in the Strengthening the Family class. And then even the mindfulness-based stress reduction class I took, they talked about things that we learned in the parent education course. And then in adolescent development is another course, but also like all the child development classes I took, there was a lot that I was able to connect when I taught Catch My Breath. We talked a lot about brain development, unrealistic thoughts that teens might have, peer pressure, pressure from the media, from family. And then the Everyday Strong class, I remember learning about resilience in children and how helpful it can be for them. And Everyday Strong is really, that's what it teaches. Children need adults, trusted adults, to help them thrive, to help them become resilient so that they can be healthy and physically and mentally. I would definitely recommend Davis Behavioral Health for an internship. They were very easy to work with, and I just really liked it. So if you want to arrange an internship with them, you can contact Debbie Barley, who is the prevention director, or Angie Smith, who is the prevention secretary. They're both really great to work with, and if you're interested, just contact them. And that is my presentation. Thank you.